That's right. The judge, the defense, and the prosecutors screened 16 potential jurors today, but with the exception of a couple of people excused because of the potential hardship of serving the jury in this long trial, there were no final decisions about who will be serving on the jury and who will be struck from the case. Potential jurors are asked about their knowledge of this case, their position on the death penalty, and their ability to judge the case solely on the evidence presented at trial. Some said they strongly support the death penalty. One expressed discomfort with deciding if someone should live or die. Two different potential jurors said that they knew people who knew victims of the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting. One potential juror choked up as she spoke of, quote, the gravity of the case because it was a house of worship, and saying, quote, it really should have been a safe place. Another said she would always vote the death penalty in this sort of case. Quote, there needs to be repercussions for actions. One of only two potential black jurors said that he holds individuals to a very high standards and that discrimination is unacceptable. He said he had a strong opinion on this case and he was not sure he could disregard that opinion. Now, defendant Robert Bowers took notes as he watched the potential jurors being questioned. He occasionally spoke with defense attorneys seated to either side of him. At times, he appeared to have a faint smile as he listened, though that did not appear to be in direct response to anything being said in the courtroom. His defense team includes both federal public defenders and private attorney Judy Clark, who represented the Unabomber and the Boston Marathon bomber. So the jury selection process resumes in the morning. There are indications that this selection process alone could take weeks. Reporting live at Pittsburgh Federal Courthouse downtown, Bob Mayo, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.